So this is more beginners, intermediate level. What are we going to need?
Nothing.
Nothing,
no,
actually.
We need a band.
We do need a band. Long looped band. Now, we're not going to be using it for a lot of exercises, so if you are joining and you haven't got one, don't worry too much. Just kind of copy the movements that we do. But let us begin and warm up. So we're going to start with the top of the body. We're going to start with neck, calves. So I want you to make a fist, and I want you to reach down to the floor like you're trying to punch those knuckles down to the floor. Pull your shoulders away from your ears.
I'm going to turn to the side.
Close your mouth. I'm not going to close mine because I am coaching. And bring your chin right down to your chest. So right down until it's almost touching your chest. Look to your left shoulder. Side bend so you feel that nice stretch through the left side. And then just go round and round, making a nice big circle with your chin all the way round to the right side. And we're going to do 3 of these. So chin to chest, look to left, side bend, big circle with the chin all the way through, all those tight corners, feeling that stretch through the whole top of the spine, neck joint. We're going to do 1 more this way.
That is so painful.
Is it?
Yeah.
What does it actually? I was going to say
I'm like a
it's
stiff
painful.
little penis over here.
All right. Other way. So chin to chest, look to right. I was going to say if you do encounter like a little bit of pinchy pain, that's probably not good. So just be aware of that and don't kind of push through pinchy pain. When you say painful, what do you mean?
I mean, I'm so
feels
stiff.
like
I feel like a
getting
geriatric.
a good stretch.
Yeah, basically.
All right, we've got 1 more this way, guys. So keep your shoulders away from your ears as well. Sometimes we kind of start to lift the shoulders up towards our ears.
I've also been sleeping on my kids' shit pillows because you know I never actually sleep in my own bed.
Yeah, yeah, that gives you a stiff neck. We're going to go into shoulders next. So we've done the neck. We're going to take our looped bands. Now, if you haven't got a looped band, you can kind of just follow the movements without, right? Stand with your knees slightly soft. You're probably going to need to go quite wide on the band unless you're hypermobile. Arms super straight, and what we're going to do is go all the way back to our butthole, tailbone.
Butthole. I wanted to say butthole, but my hemorrhoid is sticking out in between
and then
my
down
buttocks.
to pubic bone. And what this is doing is just mobilising through that shoulder joint. So, look, stiff shoulders are an absolute. What do I want to say? I've lost the word because I've got brain fog because I'm perimenopausal.
She's got anus on the mind.
Stiff shoulders are super common and they can be a real block to moving well when we come into our actual exercises. So this is what we call a gold exercise. I can't even chat today at all. So we're going to do 1 more, a gold.
It's gold. This is golden.
What I wanted to say is it's gold standard. Fucking hell. Right. Then we're going to go into roll down. So I'm actually just going to turn to the side. Again, you want soft knees. So we're never hyper extending those knees. We're going to bring chin to chest, keep the arms super straight, and we're going to kind of curl our way down, working through each part of the spine and just going as far as your body feels comfortable. So don't force anything. You're going to get a nice stretch in the back of the legs, and then from here, press into your heels, squeeze your glutes, and pull yourself back up, restacking your vertebrae 1 by 1 until your head's up. And we're just going to do 1 more of these. Again, keep the knees soft, chin to chest, shoulders round, then just feel that mid-back start to round also, lower back, and then just slowly coming into that fully flexed position. This is really nice for just getting movement through the spine that we don't often get. So completely decompressing it, and then slowly roll yourself back to standing. We're then going to move on to the hips. So hands behind head for this one. It's just a very simple, I say simple, it's quite hard to balance. Out then in, up and out, and then bringing it back in. So work with your range. What we're trying to do is create the biggest circle that we can. So it's not just like a little half-assed circle. We're really trying to move through the biggest range that our hips will allow. And let's do, if you find it really hard to balance, because I know there's going to be some people out there going, that is just too hard, just use a wall, back of a chair, something like that. Let's switch over to the other leg. So bring the knee up, take it out. And again, just really trying to work through that biggest range that we can. Let's do, I think we did 4 on the other side, so let's match that. Do you get lots of clicks with your hips on this one?
I do.
So
I just feel like massive grasshopper legs as well when I'm doing this. They feel like totally out of control.
I have no connection to my legs. I was going to say clunks and clicks are really normal, so don't worry if they are. There's loads of ligaments in our hips. What we're doing next, we are going to come into wide toes turn out. If you want to go fairly wide, what we're trying to do here is just get a bit of stretch through here, warm up those glutes and quads. So I want you to think about sending your butt to the back, pressing into that heel so the heels don't lift off the floor. And again, we're easing into this, so we don't have to go super low, but we just need to feel that stretch and then like push off those legs, use your glutes. And if you want to now, let's just take our hands off and just use the power, use those muscles, warm them up.
Power of your glutes.
And we'll do 2 more. There we go. And then we're going to come to the top of the mat. We're going to go into step back. So what we want to feel here is the hips release a little bit. So I'm not going to go into full lunge. I'm going to take a long step back, and then I'm going to just drop a little bit and raise my hands. And what we should feel here is a nice stretch through the front of the hip. Step together and switch sides. So fairly long, little knee bend in both knees. Reach the arms up, feel the stretch at the front of the hip, come back in. And we'll just keep doing a few more of these. And again, if really this is like balance is a bit of an issue, just use a chair or a wall, and you can just step back, keep doing the same side and reaching up. Let's do a couple more.
It's very warm in the studio today, isn't it, Kelly?
Yeah, even this is
she's got her short shorts on, she's all right.
Short shorts.
Short shorts.
Right, we'll go into squats. So to set up for a squat, get your feet to the outside edges of your mat, toes slightly turned out. Let the knees come out like this, so we never want to be like knocked knee. We want to make sure that they're slightly pointing out, tracking over the toes. And then come down to where you feel comfortable. Don't always try and sort of copy our range if we're going a bit too low and you feel that's not quite where you're at. So just dropping into the squat, working with your body, wherever it's at today. And we'll do 4 more. And I am also running out of breath here. We're just warming up. Okay, 1 more. Perfect. And then let's just warm up those calves. We forget about our little feet, don't we?
Do.
And balance. So what we're going to do is come up onto the toes, don't go forward, and back down. Up onto toes, forward. Let the heels come down, press up. Try and avoid this, where the feet roll to the outside of your toes, which mine are doing. If you've sprained your ankles, then that might definitely happen on the side that you've sprained it. They're a little bit weaker. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and we are good to go. Woohoo! So this is workout 2, and it's the same thing, guys. We've got 3 strength exercises, 35 seconds on, 15 seconds rest. I don't need the band, I don't know why I'm looking down there. So the first exercise, we're going in 10 seconds, but let me demo. We are going to come to one end of the mat, so shuffle over to one side of your mat, step out to the side, drop your bum back, bend that knee. I'm going to do a knee lift, Victoria is just going to step in. So let's get going.
We're in already.
What's that?
We're in.
We're in. So when you step out, really shove the bum back, really bend the knee. Try not to kind of collapse through the chest, so don't do this. And just kind of let your chest fall to your knee. So we still want to keep those shoulders pulled back and down. Nice big knee bend, so we've got something to work against when we push out of that foot. And we've got 8 seconds left on this first side. Whoa. 3, 2, and 1. And if you haven't guessed already, we're going to do the other side. So shuffle over to the other side. So nice long step. What was I going to say? When you step out, make sure that the heel stays firmly connected to the floor. All right. I feel like this rest is really long.
It does feel really long. We're going in 2, 1.
Let's go. So out to the side, drop back, bend the knee, lift. So I'm going for the slightly souped up version with a little knee lift at the end. And if you want to make it harder, you can, of course, speed up. So I'm going to show you knee up, straight back, knee up, straight back. That is hard. I'll slow right down.
I shall not be doing that.
They're options, right? Good. So we've got a few more seconds on this first exercise. Last one. And then we are going into, so grab your bands if you're following me. We're going to do a squat.
That's what I'm doing.
Squat to press. So step into the band. You want your feet in that regular squat position, toes slightly turned out. You're then going to take the band to sort of chest, shoulder height. Elbows into that band as well. We're going to drop into a squat. Victoria's going to touch the floor, and I'm going to press that band over the top of my head. Bring it back down, drop into squat, press up. So if you're doing my version, you've got a little bit of work for your shoulders and your arms, obviously as well as the legs. So nice, deep squat. Really extend those arms above your head. If you want to focus on breathing, you'll inhale here. Exhale as you come up, engage the core. Lovely. Last one. I'm done.
I'm done. I'm done.
I'm done. Okay, and then grab your bands, everybody, for the final exercise, which is a reverse fly. Set up, you want to make sure that your feet are hip distance, your knees are soft, and the ribs are stacked on top of the hips, so the back is nice and flat. Starting here, we're going to do a reverse fly. Oh, we're in already. So when you pull the band back, it wants to be like mid, what is that, breastbone. You used to say nipples.
Third tit.
Yeah, so bring it in. It's not too high. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. As you bring it out, careful that you don't let it go too loose. So you really want to keep the tension on that band and really pull your shoulders back and down. We are feeling this in between shoulder blades.
Very effective, Kelly.
Can you feel that?
Yeah, big time.
Good. Last one. Beautiful. Beautiful. We are back in. What was the first one? The side lunges.
Side thingies.
God, what is going on?
It's the heat.
Right, it's the heat.
It's getting to us.
It's our age. Right, 4 seconds, guys. Exactly the same thing. Nice long lunge to the side, drop down, lift the knee if you're following me, or alternatively, just a step in. So we're looking for a good bit of knee bend, sticking the hip back. So we're really going to try and challenge those legs and get your heart rate up. Are you sweating already?
Oh yeah, I am.
15 seconds left on this one. Making sure we connect those heels to the floor. They're not coming off the floor. Last few seconds. 3, no, that isn't even right. 3, 2, wishful thinking. Right. 20 seconds recovery for this one. And then, yeah, I need it after that one. These leg exercises are...
Get the old lungs going.
Yeah, they do. Big muscle groups.
What have I
Oh, what is that?
I'll just throw that off.
A feather that your child brought in from outside. Right, anyway, we're gone. Why do they love a feather anyway? Do you remember they bring the feather like, hey, mummy? Feather and a stone. Whoa. We went to the Thames the other day, to the South Bank, and you know you can go down like, it's like a beach, isn't it? Like,
oh yeah, like do the mudlarking thing.
They were like picking up bits of glass and going, I found some
do
treasure.
Not touch anything.
I know. And Bobby was bringing bones. She found some bones. 5 seconds anyway. Let's get back to the workout chat. She was like, hey, can I take these bones home?
Rob loves a bit of mudlarking.
Yeah.
Oh, kids, shall we go do some mudlarking? You've got to have a licence to do it, apparently.
You've got to have a licence to do it. Right, squat to press. So if you go in for my version, get the band in position. It's quite a hardcore press, this one, so don't be fooled. It's got a bit of resistance, bit of meat on these bands. So drop, drive, arms straight. And when you're pressing over the head, try and engage the core. I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see what not to do, right? This. Big back bend, put my back out doing that. So you want to go up, ribs over hips, core engaged, down, not struggling. And if you really are struggling with the band, just go for Victoria's version. We've got a few seconds left, time for a couple more reps, and we are done. Lovely. Just one more. Grab your bands. We're going into reverse flies. Yeah, there was loads of people down there, so unless they all had licenses.
Yeah, no, I think
to lark.
You've got to be a hardcore nerd to have a mudlarking licence.
Oh my God, you really do. Rob's got one.
Of course he has.
3, right, set up, feet under hips, soft knees. Make sure you are not locking your knees out, Vix.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's it.
What I'm doing.
Puts pressure on our spine and just keep the ribs over the hips. It's really easy to start to do this. pull your boobs to the band. So really make sure that that is not happening. And if you're finding it tough, you just give yourself more band, so less resistance to work against, and just focus in on those muscles. So around here is where we want to feel it, around bottom of shoulder blades. Last 5 seconds, and then we're in to our final round of these 3 exercises. It has gone very quick. Side lunges. Time flies when you're talking about mudlarking. Oh my God, that's so funny. Right, 5 seconds. Nice big step out to the side. Don't collapse when you go out, which is easy to do. Like, just kind of drop forward. I want you to maintain some tension, pulling your shoulders back, pulling your chest up. What am I doing? I'm meant to be doing a knee lift. That's it.
I think these are actually deceptively quite difficult.
They are.
They don't look it, do they? But
No, it's one of those.
I feel like my fanny turns into that fairground claw when you're trying to like get a teddy. The gates of Hades are open.
Oh my God, you can just, that claw. Oh, one more. We are done. So wiggle over to the other side. Same thing. Last set. Those fairground claws are absolute caners of your money though, aren't they?
Yeah,
I get
kids
so addicted.
Always want to do it, don't they?
I want to do it. I get sucked into that. I must win on the next one. Anyway, let's go. Nice and dynamic. So if you feel like this one is not challenging enough, I'm going to ask you to drop a bit lower. Try and drop a bit lower. You're going to get more challenge to those legs if you're not feeling it, and you want to feel it. Drop into those heels. Drive up. Just over 10 seconds left. Keep going.
Keep going, you got this. Come on, go for a bitch.
3, 2, and 1. Bands, grab your bands if you're with me. Vix, you're just doing your regular old squat to reach.
I'll do one to the front this time. So you can do it.
Oh, I'll do it from the side then. We'll switcheroo. Okay, so set the feet shoulder width apart, toes ever so slightly turned out. Band pulled up to just below your collarbone. And let's go, let's move. Squat down, so nice form squat. Silence.
Silence. We're concentrating now.
Yeah, so if you're focusing in, like we are, on our breathing, because that's what we were doing then, inhale lower, and then exhale on the hard part, lift. 8 seconds left. Last rep or 2. And we are done.
Lovely.
So everyone grab your bands, and we're just going to go into reverse flies for the very last time. We're nearly done. Stand with your feet hip distance. Always have a little check on knees and make sure that they are soft.
I'm going in,
I'm so
I'm just
tired.
waiting, poised. I'll have a little rest,
All right,
actually.
let's go.
Okay.
So make it as hard as you need to feel it, and not compensate. Unlock your knees, Vix. That's it. It will allow your back to soften. There you go. So trying to... Yeah, we don't. It's a naturally lock, yeah. A lot of, 90% of people do. It's a postural habit. How long? I can really feel this
So
one.
5 seconds left now. We've got this. You can do it.
Oh my God.
Done.
Right, go and get a drink. Come back for round 2. Okay, so this is the B series, workout 2. We're going to come down to the floor. We're going to do different versions, but essentially it's going to be a downward dog to a plank. I'm going to bring my knee to the chest. It's going to be slightly more intense. So set the hands under the shoulders, spread the fingers. Let's just get into a plank position first of all. And then what we're going to do is spend like 1 second in a downward dog. As I come forward, I'm going to bring my knee to elbow. Just hold it for a second, back to downward dog, come forwards. Knee to elbow, if you're doing my version, hold it for a second and just keep moving here, that's it. So we only want to get into that downward dog for a second, but the plank, just pausing and holding it for a count of 2. And are we timer? Yeah, we've got a few seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go straight over and into glute bridges. Whee! Why do I just want to go that way? Right, so Victoria's going to do what's called a B stance glute bridge. So just follow her. She's going to take the heel out ever so slightly. I'm going to do the regular single glute bridges. So tuck the tailbone, lift up. That's it. So we're in. So really thinking about the butt, especially as you get to the top of the glute bridge. Slowly down, push up. Try and get as like the height if you can. I've got one much easier side to do. Okay, we've got a few seconds left on this first side. And finish there. Take the 15 seconds rest, exactly the same on the other side. Do you feel that one, Vix? Is that?
Yeah, definitely. I do still feel it.
But it's not quite as challenging, obviously, as one leg off.
I bloody hate the one-legged ones.
So do I.
I always pussy out those. In your class, I'm like, absolutely not. I shall keep both my feet firmly on the ground, thank you.
All right, second side. So we're trying to roll the hips under as well. So just be mindful of that. You'll feel the glutes. The glutes will switch on a bit more if you keep your butt slightly tucked under.
That side's more tricky for me.
Yeah, me too. 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to go into crunches. You don't actually have to move. I want you to keep your knees bent, your feet flat down. Take the hands behind the head. We're going to support the head but not pull on it too much. And we're going to do a little twist, but first of all, we'll come up to the crunch. So do that now. And then we're going to pull the right elbow, I've gone the other way, to the left knee and vice versa. Anyway, just follow me. So up, crunch. And what we're trying to do is really feel into our obliques, which are the sides. So it will be this side that I'm feeling as I twist. And then over, back down to the floor. Up, twist, and remember, not pulling on the head too much, but just giving it a bit of support and really trying to use the abs. Okay, we're done. So we go back in.
That was quick. That one went well quick.
To exercise 1.
Nice.
All right. So downward dog to plank and a knee drive.
And Kelly, if this did absolutely kill your wrists,
oh yeah,
what could you do?
Well, a plank, I would always say, we want to work the same muscle groups in a very similar position. So you can keep going, but you can do, I will show you, is just a plank like this. And if you want to get some movement, you might be able to do a side to side. Obviously, if you're doing a modified version, it's just something to get something similar, making it a bit less like you're just holding, but we've done. Yeah. Okay, so single glute bridges. Heel placement as well, you can play around with that. If it feels like you're just getting your thigh, we're in by the way, so you guys get going. If you just feel like you're getting your quads, try moving the heel further away. If you just feel like you're getting hamstrings or even hamstring cramps, move the heel closer in and see if that makes a difference.
And remember, there's the granny bum at the top, isn't it? Squeezing your bum hard so it looks like a little geriatrics ass. I was telling Rob about that because I keep correcting his form now. He's like, are you actually joking? Who do you think you are? I'm like, I've run my own fitness platform now, Rob.
Yeah, well, you know, he doesn't. You've done enough of it now.
Exactly. Oh, are we in the rest? Oh,
we're in the rest.
Yeah, sorry,
we're in the rest.
God.
Don't do any more than you need to of those. We're now out of the rest. Let's go. I used to do that to Brad and he used to absolutely hate me. And that's why our relationship, for PT and a student lasted one session before we gave up. But Brad likes to know why as well. Oh, really? Why are we doing this and what's it going to do? I'll be like, oh my God, shut up. Just do it.
Just do it, Brad.
Right, one more thrust.
Oh,
and then, yeah, we're staying here. So just take a couple of deep breaths. And then pop your hands behind your head, up into a crunch, twist. So just pull the elbow towards the opposite knee. Let's go. So up, over, and down. And just remember, we're not pulling on that head too much. So up, twist, trying to feel those obliques. So when you take the twist, think about squeezing from the side. Also with the breathing, really important. I should have mentioned it earlier. You want to exhale as you come up and inhale as you go down. So we don't put loads of pressure down into the pelvic floor. So exhale as you come up and go down. And we move now back into the start of the circuit. This is our last round. Let us make that clear. One more to go.
These are going super fast,
okay.
I must say.
It's a shorter time. I must say, I find this shorter time delightful.
That is a phrase that my mum uses all the time.
I must say.
I must say.
Okay. Holding this for a little bit longer, this part, where the knee comes to the chest if you're doing this version. You want to make it juicy, get the core muscles working. And we are done with that one. This one is, I actually hate this one. I hate filming this one. The single glute bridges because, yeah, I'm not good at them.
I just don't like them. They make me feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah, I can't get very high. My hips are tight. Anyway, we're in, especially on the right side.
The version I'm doing is all right, but it's when you've got the lifted leg up like that. Anything that's like a split leg thing for me, I can. What's it? The split squats.
Anything single leg.
I fucking hate that. The worst.
5 seconds, guys. Oh. Single leg stuff you hate?
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just like my body's like, fuck yeah.
It's harder though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Single leg strength. So we hate what's hard, what we can't feel like we're that competent at, which is this side for me. Glute bridges.
And me.
Yeah, I've got to really focus in on getting my glutes. I can't chat, I'm afraid.
Sorry, can't chat, working on my glutes right now.
I must say, I have to focus.
I must say.
Stop it, I can't even do it. Right, 5 seconds. Nice and high. Squeeze your butt at the top.
Last vacuum.
Done.
There we go.
Okay, very short rest. We move on to...
we're not even getting off, are we?
No. Okay, get your hands behind your head. We're coming up into a crunch. Don't forget, we want to try and use our exhales now as we come up. A little twist to the side. Back down we go. Up, twist, try and tune in to your obliques as you're twisting the side abs. And go nice and controlled, so try not to kind of throw yourself up. We're not looking for like loads of height with the crunch. We just want to feel the abs working. 7 seconds left. Last one or two. Finito. Lovely. We are done. Well done, guys. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Have a little drink and we'll see you in the cool down.
So a little cool down stretch. What we're going to do is come into this half kneeling hip stretch position. We're going to drop forward, keep everything facing forward, don't kind of veer off to the side. And if it feels comfortable, you can get both hands down or one hand down. But what we're doing is just stretching the front of your back hip. So you should just feel that nice release there. We'll hold for about another 15, 20 seconds. So just focus in on your breathing when you're doing your stretching and just try and calm your nervous system, heart rate, if it's still elevated from the workout. Just get a few nice deep inhales to exhales going on. And then what we'll do is switch that over. That's it. So just sinking forward. Again, if you want to put your hand down, if that doesn't feel like it wants to go, you can also just put both hands on your knees. Sink forward, and again, just spend a little bit of time focusing in on taking those nice deep inhales, long, slow exhales, telling your body it's time to cool down. The hard work is done. Stop it.
Oh dear.
Team fit bitch. Right, okay, if that one's done, we're gonna go. There is one particular trainer, and she is American, and she's always like, hey team! Hey team! Go team! Right, we're doing pigeon pose. So if you didn't see what I did, I'm up in plank, and then I'm gonna just sweep one leg under. Again, it's better if you stay nice and neutral rather than letting the hips roll out to the side. But again, what we're trying to feel is a stretch in our deep hip rotators, which is, why did I say that? No one knows what a deep hip rotator is. So what
A deep hip rotator is really hurting today.
your bum.
No, it's just because you know, you're a professional, like I keep saying. It's just ingrained in you, the fitness nerd.
What if I lied?
Just make up names for shit, we'd never know.
Okay, and then slowly come out of that one. Again, same thing. You can, if you're not feeling it too much, there's another little tip or trick. You can pull the foot up, and then you are going to get a stretch. Some people don't feel it with their foot down there. So you can go here. And again, breathe in.
It feels like, what the hell is my body doing in this position? It doesn't feel like it should naturally be in this position.
No. Do you get a stretch in your bum?
I do, yeah.
Okay, well that's all that counts. In it? In it, bruv. Okay. And then we're going to do adductors. So I'm going to come back onto knees, sweep one leg out to the side. And if you feel okay to do so, just come back into this position. Some people will get to here, that's enough. If you can get your bum onto your heels and just kind of relax into it a bit more, then do so.
I mean, relaxing into it is an interesting turn of phrase.
Yeah. It's not relaxing.
Say I'm relaxing.
I feel like my leg's going to fall off. Couple more breaths, and then we'll switch that over, guys. Okay, and then to the other side. Again, working with whatever your body is allowing you to move into. So what I mean by that is don't force any positions. Don't look at us and think, God, I should be where they are if your body doesn't want to move. So I'm just with this one, sometimes leg out to the side, that's going to be enough for some people, right? That's going to be where you're going to feel a really strong stretch, and that's where you stay. So if that is, me coming back here is too much, then stay with what your sort of limits are with this one. Perfect. And then we're going to finish in a child's pose. So this is just a really nice one to relax your spine. Knees apart, feet together. And again, if you're comfortable popping your hips back onto your heels, then go for that. If it doesn't feel like your body wants to move quite as far back, then just go with what feels comfortable. Fully relax here. So I want you to really let your head go nice and heavy, relaxing your jaw, your shoulders, your hands, your pelvis as well. Sometimes we can naturally just hold a bit of tension through those hips and pelvic area. So just do a little body scan and just try and tell your body to completely let go. Take 2 more nice big inhales to exhales. And we will finish off there. Amazing.
Lovely stuff.
Well done.